Doctor Doom is about to enter the Marvel Cinematic Universe, a character that, up until now, hasn't even been hinted at. But the Russo brothers, who directed Avengers Endgame, have said that Avengers Doomsday ties directly into the ending of Endgame. And now, rumors say Robert Downey Jr. is coming back as Doctor Doom, which means there's gotta be a major connection. What if Doom was already part of the MCU this entire time? This video dives into 5 wild possibilities that could explain how Doom gets introduced. And yeah, these theories might just blow your mind. Let's start with the craziest one, the Illuminati theory from Earth 838. We were introduced to the Illuminati in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and remember how fans noticed that one empty chair on the council? Some thought it was for an Asgardian, since leaders from every major faction were there, but no one represented Asgard. But early concept art showed that Balder the Brave was supposed to be there. Also, there were rumors of a superior Iron Man variant appearing, possibly played by Tom Cruise, but neither of those characters made it into the final cut of the movie. So now Marvel has a perfect excuse. What if that seat was actually meant for Doctor Doom? What if Robert Downey Jr. is playing that variant of Doom, possibly even the one who built the Ultron sentries, and he wasn't there at the Illuminati meeting because he was back in Varia dealing with something massive? Now imagine this. Doom finds out Wanda destroyed the entire Illuminati, including his allies, and he loses it. That moment could ignite his hatred for Wanda. With Earth 838 now defenseless, all responsibility falls on Doom to protect his world. Maybe he witnesses the beginning of the incursions firsthand and sets out for revenge against Wanda and Doctor Strange. Some rumors even suggest Doom, Wanda, and Strange will be central to Avengers Doomsday. If Doom is from Earth 838, it would explain why he's so brutal. He couldn't save his own world, so now he wants to reshape everything in his image. That leads right into the second theory, and this one ties directly into Endgame. In an interview, the Russo brothers said Avengers Doomsday connects to Tony Stark's sacrifice. Now, we all know Tony died because he snapped Thanos and his army out of existence. But let's dig a little deeper. Remember how Strange told Tony there was only one outcome out of 14 million where they win? He gave Thanos the Time Stone to protect Tony. But when the final battle came, Strange didn't stop him. He let Tony make the sacrifice. Think about that. Strange, the guy who trapped Dormammu in a time loop, didn't even try to use the same trick on Thanos. Why? Unless he had to let Tony die. Or rather, he had to stop Tony from becoming something much worse. What if Strange saw that Tony's future led to something even more terrifying than Thanos? A future where Tony becomes Doctor Doom. That's why he allowed Tony to die, so he could go out as a hero instead of living long enough to become the ultimate villain. Now picture this. In some other universe, Tony didn't make the snap. He survived the Battle of Earth, and over time, he became that universe's Doctor Doom. A version of Tony who believes he saved the world using his own tech, starts becoming obsessed with control, builds a hyper-advanced armor, and eventually loses himself, becoming his world's biggest threat. And after destroying his own universe, he sets out across the multiverse to reshape it in his own twisted image. Let's get to Theory 3, Dreamwalking. In Multiverse of Madness, Wanda uses dreamwalking to possess another version of herself in a parallel universe. Strange takes it further. He dreamwalks into a dead body. Now think about this. What if Doctor Doom does the same? Here's the crazy part. What if the MCU's Tony Stark was actually a variant of Victor Von Doom all along, adopted by Howard and Maria Stark? Just like in the comics, where Tony was adopted and Arno Stark was their real son. That would mean Doom has been in the MCU from the very beginning, living under the Stark name, building his tech empire, and slowly aligning with his true identity, all without realizing it until now. At the end of Endgame, Doom could have dreamwalked into Tony's dead body, not just to observe, but to access his tech, specifically the time travel platform and time-space GPS. In the comics, Doom uses time travel to trace the roots of an incursion event. So imagine this. His original universe is collapsing, and he figures out that only Tony's tech from Earth 616 can save it. Tony's body is damaged from the snap, but Doom uses his own armor to bring it back online. The facial scars Tony got from wielding the Infinity Stones now conveniently match Doom's disfigured look. It's a perfect visual and narrative fit, and this next detail connects it all. Remember how I mentioned the adoption twist? That's straight from the comics. In the comics, Tony's biological parents were secret agents. Marvel could spin that to say Doom was actually the child of Latverian scientists and was adopted by the Starks, tying his origin directly into the MCU without changing existing canon too much. Maybe even Cap going back in time to live with Peggy created a ripple effect that allowed Doom's presence to slip into the main timeline. Now, for the fourth theory, and it's bonkers. Think back to Spider-Man No Way Home, when Strange used the memory wipe spell so the world would forget Peter Parker. What if Doom did something similar? What if he used magic or hyper-advanced tech to erase all memory of himself and of Latveria from everyone's minds? as a way to protect his homeland from external threats. But now, with the multiverse collapsing from incursions, he's forced to step out of the shadows. Maybe Doom was the one who originally stopped the first incursion, but he died doing it. And before dying, he transferred his soul into another variant's body, one that just happens to look like Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, it sounds insane, but imagine it. The new Avengers are prepping to stop an incoming incursion, and they arrive just in time to find Doom standing over the ashes of an annihilated alternate Earth, alone. That wouldn't just prove how dangerous he is, it would send shockwaves through every major character in the MCU. A full-on wake-up call. This isn't just another Thanos. This is worse. So let's recap. Strange's 14 million futures, and the one where Tony dies, Wanda's dreamwalking, and the rules it breaks, Tony's adoption twist from the comics, Doom's time travel strategy from the comics, even Steve's time-hopping detour at the end of Endgame. All of it lines up, like puzzle pieces forming a bigger picture. Dr. Doom has been hiding in plain sight, waiting for the multiverse to fall apart so he can take control. Now the only question is, will Marvel actually go through with this? As a die-hard superhero fan, if I could piece this together, then you know the filmmakers are cooking something huge behind the scenes. But until we get real answers, all we have are these crazy theories. So I've done my part, gave you wild possibilities. Now, it's your turn. Which one blew your mind the most? Which theory would you tweak or expand? And hey, if you've got your own killer Doom theory, drop it in the comments. Let's talk about it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more insane Marvel breakdowns. This is Content Robber, signing off.